Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Tiny Bookshop with me, Alpha Pi Omega. So in the last episode we have went to the flea market and the success was actually pretty overwhelming. We got a storage box, a stepladder and a typewriter. So let's have a look once again at our equipment, because I think I've put everything there already, but yep, we have everything there prepared. We do not have, unfortunately, enough money to get the typewriter or the table with us, but we have just enough to go to the far beach. So we're gonna try it today. It's Sunday, it might be fun. We haven't been there yet, so I'm looking forward to it. And because we know that it's a kids destination, we're gonna take as many kids books as possible, and then we're just gonna put the other styles there. Distributed, I guess, equal. Fantasy could also be good, because I mean, and then we just need classics and travel. Now let's see what the I guess my best guess would be that travel and fantasy would sell well, but we'll see. I'm sure about the kids books, so let's try that and see what's gonna happen. And actually, before we go, vintage kids books, grimdark set. Let's wait. I mean, we can't literally buy anything anyway, so let's just go to the beach and have some fun. Far Beach, the 7th day of summer. So let's open shop and have a look around. So the chance to sell to kids is 55%, and I think we also have a couple of items inside that are gonna help. Oh, it's this kid. I remember you. Excuse me, could I get a book, please? Hi, can I get a book? Folklore, please. I'm all about myths and legends. I'm a fan of books like The Magic City. While you have more than one shelf equipped, you can cycle through them to reach all of your books. Alright, so... She wants Myths and Legends, Jujutsu Kaisen, supernatural strength, cursed objects, and occult research are becoming daily occurrences for Juji Itadori, the high school outcast protagonist of this popular manga series. What's Magic City? Its content is life fables. Oh, it's this one, the one with the toys. Let's sell her Dracula. Kiki's delivery service. A spirited young witch needs to learn how to stand on her own 2 feet as she arrives in a bustling and charming seaside town. Sounds familiar, anyone? The Lost Continent, classic fantasy meets Greek mythology. She's a fan of myths and legends. In 1972 retelling of the legends of Atlantis, a heroic warrior priestess is all that stands between an avaricious empress and the end of an era. And what about the children's books? Artemis Fowl. Alright. Stormbreaker. That's James and the Giant Peach. Inkheart. Pen and paper can bring characters to life, but what happens when they escape the page? The beginning of a fantastical and dangerous adventure into the world of a book for all ages. Folklore and myths and legends. Peter Pan. Yellow Fairy Book, a collection of some of the most well-known fairy tales of European history. The many folk tales from Icelandic and Ukrainian and to Estonian and Greek. That could actually be good. Let's try this one. Will that work? Yippee, I wonder what this was based on. You're welcome, kid. Well, I'm already 8 3/4. I'm too old for kids' books. But alright, I'll check it out, I guess. Thanks for letting me read here, by the way. My name is Harper. I'm gonna be back soon, okay? Bye. Hello, Mrs. We sell children's books. Oh, there's that. Oh! Oh, hey, welcome to Bookstone Burry's famous beach. It's nice to have you here. Such a great spot, don't you think? I've already seen some people with your crime and fantasy titles in hand. Gosh, you're doing so well. Alright, I'll finish up my run for today. Cheers. Oh, there's my ball. Alright, we helped someone. She didn't buy anything. Oh, there's a skull here. Pretty sure it's made of plastic. Crime sale chance and lowered kick sale chance. Alright, that makes sense. What's that? A shell? No, so far we're not selling too much. No, selling something. Can't get enough of Jujutsu Kaisen. Over here. It's a shellfish here. Guys, it's okay. So fantasy is definitely another thing. I guess people like to read fantasy on the beach. Which one is your favorite? What a week! I'm craving whodunit with an interesting detective, but I don't love dry books. Do you have anything like The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes? The Shining, The Shadows of the Wind. Mysterious book by even more mysterious author. Join Daniel in his treacherous journey to uncover the story of the book and its author. Neo-Gothic novel. Oh, it's Poirot! Of course, Death of the Nile. That should be good. Sweet. Man, Poirot is such a goat. I remember watching him when I was a kid with my uncle. Nice. Alright, so sales are not bad. People are buying books like hotcakes. Oh yeah, well, kid sales go through the roof. Which one is your favorite? I'm sorry, I have to pick up my kid in a bit. It needs to be suitable for an 8-year-old. However, don't give me one of those super heavy books, Newtonian physics for babies. Where the wild things are. As a child, throwing a tantrum is fun and all until you find yourself in the middle of a group of wild things. Like dancing in the moonlight. The house with clocks in its walls. Flower fables. Charming and delightful book. That we could try that one. Dragon Ball Nimona. Magic World. A collection of only 12 beautiful and poetic short stories for children. Let's try this one. Magic World is my favorite. You're welcome. And add a Stephen King to my collection. Damn, we're making bank here. Nice. Well, again, I was pretty sure about the kids' books. As I said, I visited 3 places when I was testing the game. I visited the beach, I visited Café Liberté, and of course the shorefront. But we are well past the point that I played, so it's gonna be all on us now. 60, damn. And you just continue buying. Oh, the last crime novel. Man, but we sold 11 books. No, not 11, 21. They pay free for 1, so 21 books. Not bad. So I'm starting to be happy when it comes to the beach. Okay, World Atlas set, old but not outdated. Paperback fantasy. Crime books for sale. And used book lot, still in good condition. What's in the news? Actually, did we read the news yesterday? I think we might not have. Damn, I missed one. White House might rouse fright. Haunted buildings comes with view and resident ghosts. Since the full automation of lighthouses during the 1960s, the Buxton Bay Lighthouse is no longer inhabited. Many passerbys in the following decades have reported signs of paranormal activity. Me and the mates were there yesterday. We found a footprint near the White House, and there was a bloody bang at the door. Gave me a proper fright. It did, says the local fisherman's grandson. Reclusive White House keeper Gareth Ellis has declined to comment on the sinister happenings. What do you do on the beach? Extra inspiration, extra customer count, old class effects, and extra expenses. Not great. Alright, so what did we not take? The table. What can you put on it? Classic cells, chance. Alright. We can activate the item. Check it out in your item bar and give it a try once you've set up shop. Alright, let's see what that one is all about. Skull. Well, how's our... We don't have that many classics or crime books. Nor do we have enough kids books. We have a lot of drama. Did we sell a lot of drama at Café Liberté? No, crime and classics. There really isn't any place where we would... Maybe... at the supermarket. Now let's buy some books. Let's buy at least one of these. Let's go with the used book lot to see what's inside. A bit of classics, a bit of crime, a lot of drama books, damn. Alright, we'll just have to start equipping those. I guess there's no way around it. So what we could do is go... the skull is... Where did I put the skull? Did I put it in there? No, I didn't. Cactus, drama, sale chance. Alright, let's keep the skull and you away from that. And let's just go like this. One more time to the beach. We're gonna sell a bit of those children's books that we have. Or the rest of them. And equip more of the other genres. Crime and fantasy. So let's clear this one out. Put the children's books here. And put the fantasy down here, because that one was selling as well. Classics. And what was the crime was also, right? Yeah, the crime. So I might get rid of... No, the touch of fact. For some reason travel didn't sell well, so we just put it... Yeah, the classics. Let's just boost the drama. We need to offload some of these, so I don't mind having more of them. A bit of... Actually, let's not sell the classics at all. Let's just go with the crime. Crime, drama, and actually because we have so much drama, let's go a little bit tilted. We're gonna sell a lot of crime, even more drama, and even more children's books and some fantasy. We'll see how people will react to that one. So the 8th day of summer. Let's see if the strategy works, because I never really tested properly without having any books except the kids' books. Oh, you have an item with which you can interact. Activate it. Blank page, huh? It looks nice and pristine like that. I probably shouldn't write on it just yet. Yeah, it's better left empty rather than writing just anything. I'll come back with some ideas tomorrow. Your big debut. Get to the work on your typewriter. Alright. So do we have any quests for the beach? Get to know the beach by visiting it 3 times. Alright. Where's everybody? Oh, there's my ball. Hello. There's an old man coming. No fantasy book. Book, please. Hi, hello. I don't want anything pretentious. Also, I don't want anything with magic in my book. But I just need another fantasy novel. Alright, so... No magic. Dune! Was there any magic in Dune? I read all of the books. I don't recall any magic. It was Butlerian Jihad. That was the spice. Would you consider that magic? Before the coffee gets cold. A cozy cafe in Tokyo has a mysterious twist. Can you change the past, or will the coffee get cold before you do? Witchwood. The devil works in the Witchwood, or so people say. A disappearing minister, a satanic cult. The Stand. Getting the dark exploration of bioweapon turned pandemic wiping almost humanity. Not anything pretentious, huh? The Fisherman. It begins as a slow, melancholy tale of the two widowed fishermen in upstate New York. But this unusual horror epic quickly turns into a deep, moving, and intimate nightmare that will leave you awake at night. Is this the one that was that they made the art movie of? I didn't see it, but might be that one. Shatter Me, young adult novels, dystopian, and a theme. What happens when all the planet's intellectuals are shut off from the rest of the world, have to ponder existence without ever experiencing it? It's actually a really nice book. I didn't read it, but I know about it. The Well at the World's End. Beautiful illustrated book. Action-packed world of fading magic. Okay, no magic. Saga. Star Wars meets Game of Thrones. The Invisible Man. Was it? Oh, it's H.G. Wells. That's an amazing book. What's? I don't know if it's pretentious. Let's try it. That's a really good book. Not a single drop of fan. Oh, I forgot. She said she wants fantasy. I need to double check it because I get so lost in thought. Well, get out of here then, if you don't like my recommendations. But Invisible Man is an amazing book. I recommend it to everyone. For H.G. Wells had such interesting books. Like these old sci-fi and fantasy books are amazing because they didn't have an idea of what world would be like and how technology will work, so they made it up, and it's such interesting concepts. You have to kind of think about the fact that it's not laughable because sometimes they're imagining things that are wrong, but if you're willing to play the game with them, then you get amazing stuff. I get to pick up a book. I want something short and sweet. I easily get nightmares, so no horror stories for me though. That's a kid, right? Gregor the Overlander. Fantasy adventure for young readers. The Magic City. Let's try this one. I guess this is a child. Yippee! Finally something short and sweet. Oh, I didn't even check the page count. That might have gone pretty badly. Yeah, it looks like we're selling stuff. Crime. Got a boost? No, but we're not selling it. Interesting. Hey, you look like you're good at picking up stuff. My mom told me we have to go home, but I don't have all my shells yet. Shells? Yeah, ever heard of marine biology? So I use study stuff from the sea, like starfish and mermaids and clams. That's why I need seashells, to look at them for science. Can you pick up some for me, please? Here, I'll give you my special marine biologist device. Marine biology device, uniquely suited. I picked most of them today, but some more should have washed up by tomorrow. I just need 12 more. Harper is studying seashells on the beach. Help her by collecting shells while you have the marine biology device equipped. Alright. My mom is calling me again. Okay, bye. Yeah, we sold no drama and no crime, but a lot of fantasy and kids books. Alright, so I guess just like these ones are the ones that sell. These ones were just not. Doesn't matter how many. Well, one crime. I didn't know what to pick up. Hi, can I get a book? I'm a partial to good fantasy novel. Now I'm going on epic adventures. I should have. Wow, we've actually sold most of them. The Magic World. Epic adventure. I don't think that's an epic adventure. What would be nice? Sky Island. Island in the Sky. Good fantasy novel. Scarecrows, The Little Prince. Ah, oh, that's my favorite book. We really don't have. Let's try this one. It's long. It's fantasy book. Let's see. Ooh, world building sounds impressive. You're welcome. Wow, we really sold off most of our fantasy and kids books, and not a single drama or crime sale. Well, people just don't want those on the beach, it seems. I would have expected, crime and drama to do good here, but no, it didn't. Okay, well, this person, whoever that is buying crime books. So, yeah, but they were interested in crime and kids, and the selection that we have left is a bit paltry. Or non-existent, as they say. Alright, so let's go. That was not a bad run. Pretty decent. Alright, so thank you for joining me for the next 2 days of our beautiful Tiny Bookshop, and I'll see you in the next episode where we are gonna continue with the story.